Tokyo, the capital city of Japan and one of the best places to visit in Asia, is also home to the Imperial Palace and the seat of government and parliament. Located in east-central Honshu, the largest of Japan's main islands, this heavily populated city is well worth visiting, and serves as a great base from which to explore other parts of the country. One of the world's most modern cities in terms of its infrastructure and design, due largely to the 1923 earthquake and the devastation of WWII, Tokyo also holds the title of the world's most expensive city in which to live. Fortunately, it's also one of the easiest to get around thanks to its superb rail and subway networks. The cultural side of Tokyo is famous for its numerous things to do and top attractions, including museums, festivals, internationally noted cuisine, and professional sports clubs, including baseball, football, and traditional Japanese pursuits like sumo wrestling. It's also a city rich in music and theater, with numerous venues featuring everything from Japanese to modern dramas, symphony orchestras, and pop and rock concerts. The chief attraction of Tokyo's Marunouchi district is the Imperial Palace, Kokyo, with its beautiful 17th-century parks surrounded by walls and moats. Still in use by the imperial family, the Imperial Palace stands on the site where, in 1457, the feudal Lord Otodokan built the first fortress, the focal point from which the city of Tokyo, or Edo, as it was then, gradually spread. As famous as the palace is the Nijubashi Bridge leading to its interior, a structure that takes its name, double bridge from its reflection in the water. Other notable features include the 2-meter-thick wall surrounding the palace and its gates, one of which leads to the East Higashijaion Garden. Tours of the Imperial Palace are available, pre-registration required, and include the Kikyomon Gate, Someikan, Visitor's House, Fujimiyagura, Mount Fuji View Keep, the East Gardens and Inner Gate, the Seimon-Tetsubashi Bridge, and the Imperial Household Agency Building. Be sure to plan ahead. Ginza is Tokyo's busiest shopping area and it's as iconic as Times Square in New York, and much older. It has in fact been the commercial center of the country for centuries, and is where 5 ancient roads connecting Japan's major cities all met. Lined by exclusive shops and imposing palatial stores, the Ginza district is also fun to simply wander around or, better still, sit in one of its many tea and coffee shops or restaurants while watching the world rush past. At weekends, when everything is open, it's a shopper's paradise as traffic is barred, making it one of the world's largest pedestrian zones. Come nightfall, gigantic advertising panels on its many buildings bathe Ginza in bright neon light. In the Asakusa district of Tokyo, the exquisite Sensoji Temple, Kinryu-zan Sensoji, the city's most famous shrine, stands at the end of a long street market hosting vendors selling masks, carvings, combs made of ebony and wood, toys, kimonos, fabrics, and precious paper goods. Dedicated to Kannon, the Buddhist goddess of compassion, the temple was established in AD 645 and retains its original appearance despite having been rebuilt numerous times. Highlights of a visit include seeing the Kaminari-mon Gate with its 3.3-meter-high red paper lantern bearing the inscription Thunder Gate, as well as the famous and much-loved incense vat, reputed to drive away ailments. You'll see people cupping their hands around the smoke and applying it to the part of their body needing healing. Located in Tokyo's Ueno Park, the superb National Museum of Nature and Science, Kakuritsu Kagaku Hakubutsukan, opened in 1871 and is one of the country's oldest museums. Now completely renovated and modernized, the museum also boasts a reputation as one of the country's busiest and largest museums, housing a vast collection of some 250,000 materials related to natural history and science. These include many fascinating interactive displays on space development, nuclear energy, and transportation, each allowing visitors a unique insight into the latest scientific and technological advances. Highlights of the Japan Gallery, Nihonkan, include numerous exhibits of prehistoric creatures and the history of the Japanese people, including traditional customs and outfits. In the Global Gallery, Chikukan, you'll see many excellent scientific and technology displays, including robotics and vintage vehicles. A paradise-like oasis of green in the heart of busy Tokyo, Ueno Park, Ueno-kon, is the city's largest green space and one of its most popular tourist attractions. In addition to its lovely grounds, the park also boasts numerous temples and museums to explore. Crisscrossed by pleasant gravel paths, this 212-acre park includes highlights such as a trip on a small boat on the reed-fringed Shinabazu Pond, around a little island with its Nintendo temple. Be sure to also visit the 17th-century Toshogu Shrine, Nikko Toshogu, with its 256 bronze and stone lanterns. Tokyo National Museum, Akio Kakuritsu Hakubutsukan, houses more than 100,000 important works of Japanese, Chinese, and Indian art, including more than 100 national treasures. Opened in 1938, the TNM, as it's usually known, includes highlights such as numerous Buddhist sculptures from Japan and China dating from the 6th century to the present, as well as fine collections of old textiles, historical weapons, and military equipment. Also noteworthy are its large collections of historical Japanese clothing and Asian ceramics and pottery. Important artwork includes Japanese paintings from the 7th to the 14th centuries, and another must-see are the museum's exquisite collections of Japanese and Chinese masterpieces of lacquer work of various centuries, including examples of lacquer carving, gold lacquer, and lacquer with mother-of-pearl. There are also many fine examples of calligraphy. Located in Ueno Park and just 3 minutes walk from Ueno Station stands the National Museum of Western Art, Kakuritsu Seobijutsukan. It was built in 1959 to plans by famous Swiss architect Le Corbusier. The exhibits, largely made up of works by important French artists, come mainly from the collections of Japanese businessman and art collector Kojiro Masukata, bought during visits to Europe early in the 20th century. In the courtyard are works by French sculptor Auguste Rodin, while highlights inside are canvases by Impressionists Paul Cézanne, Claude Monet, Edouard Manet, and Edgar Degas. The museum also boasts an excellent restaurant with great views over the courtyard. Dedicated to Emperor Meiji and his wife, Empress Shokan, construction of the splendid Meiji Shrine, Meiji Jingu, began in 1915 and was completed in 1926. Although the original structure was destroyed during WWII, it was rebuilt in 1958 and remains one of Tokyo's most important religious sites. Surrounded by a 175-acre evergreen forest that is home to some 120,000 trees representing species found across Japan, as well as the interesting wishing tree, on which visitors can write and hang their deepest wishes, the shrine's highlights include its inner precinct, Nein, with its museum containing royal treasures, and the outer precinct, Gein. One of Tokyo's newest museums, the impressive National Museum of Emerging Science and Innovation, Nippon Kagaku Miraikan, usually simply referred to as the Miraikan, offers a fascinating insight into Japan's leading role in the field of technology. Created by Japan's Science and Technology Agency, this ultra-modern, purpose-built facility includes many hands-on interactive exhibits dealing with everything from earthquakes to weather, as well as renewable energy and robotics. Highlights include a number of displays relating to modern transportation such as a superb model of a maglev train, as well as a robotics exhibition. It's hard to miss the Tokyo Skytree, Tokyo Sukaijuri. This 634-meter-tall communications and observation tower rises out of the city's Sumida district of Minato like a huge rocket ship. The country's tallest structure, and the world's tallest freestanding tower, the Tokyo Skytree opened in 2012 and has quickly become one of the city's most visited tourist attractions thanks to the incredible panoramic views from its restaurant and observation decks. With a base designed in the form of a massive tripod, the tower includes a number of cylindrical observation levels, including one at the 350-meter mark and another at the 450-meter point. The latter includes a unique glass spiral walkway to an even higher viewpoint with glass floors for those with strong stomachs. Be sure to also check out the smaller and much older Tokyo Tower, built in 1958 and once the city's tallest structure. Another of Tokyo's world-class museums, the excellent National Arts Center, Kakuritsu Shinbujutsukan, is housed in a remarkable curved glass building in the city's Roppongi district. This superb facility only opened in 2007 and has since earned a well-deserved reputation for its fine permanent collection of more than 600 paintings, most from the 20th century. These include many important pieces of modern art and regular visiting exhibitions.